Hi Reddit. I never thought I'd be the kind of guy to post something like this online, but I guess grief does strange things to people. I'm not looking for sympathy, I just need to say this out loud somewhere. Maybe someone out there will understand what I'm feeling, or maybe this story will help someone else the way it's helped me to write it. My name's Tom. I'm 38 years old, and 3 years ago, I lost the love of my life, my wife, Emily. We met when we were both just 17. High school juniors who sat next to each other in chemistry class. I was the shy one, she was the kind who walked into a room and made everyone smile. She had this laugh, loud, genuine, contagious, and a way of looking at you like you were the only person in the world that mattered. By 22, we were married. Too young, people said. But we didn't care. We were happy. We moved into a little house just outside the city, a fixer-upper we spent months working on together. She loved doing DIY projects. I can still hear her cursing under her breath trying to assemble IKEA furniture with missing screws. Life was simple. Real. Ours. For years, we tried to start a family. When it didn't happen, we figured it just wasn't in the cards. We kept busy. She taught elementary school, I managed a small bookstore. We adopted a dog named Max, traveled to 5 countries, and made every Friday night our pizza and bad movies ritual. I thought we had all the time in the world. Then she got sick. Stage 4 ovarian cancer. It hit us like a freight train. One day she was healthy, glowing, laughing at dumb memes on her phone. The next, she was in a hospital bed, hooked to machines and monitors, her eyes sunken but still trying to smile for my sake. We fought like hell. She went through chemotherapy, lost her hair, her strength, her appetite, but never her spirit. Not once did she complain, not even in the worst moments. She kept telling me, I just want to enjoy the time we have left. No crying, okay? How do you not cry when the center of your world is slipping away? Emily passed away on a cold, gray November morning. I was holding her hand. She looked at me, smiled weakly, and whispered, I'll always be with you. That was 3 years ago. I didn't touch anything in our house after she died. Her clothes stayed in the closet. Her shoes were still by the door. Her coffee mug, the one with the chip on the rim and the faded number 1 teacher print, sat untouched in the kitchen cabinet. I guess I was afraid that moving anything would mean accepting that she was really gone. People told me I needed to move on. Friends stopped visiting as often. Some couldn't handle my silence, my refusal to engage. Grief isn't just losing someone, it's losing the person you were when they were around. And I didn't know who I was without Emily. But about a month ago, I hit a wall, emotionally, mentally. The silence in the house had become deafening. Max passed away too. The house didn't feel like home anymore. It felt like a tomb. So I decided to renovate the guest room. Nothing major, just knock out a wall, expand it a bit. A fresh start, I thought. Maybe if I changed something, anything, it would help me breathe again. I hired a contractor to help with the demolition. On the second day of work, he called me upstairs. Hey man, found something weird in the wall, he said. He handed me a dusty wooden box, maybe the size of a small shoebox, tied shut with a faded red ribbon. What is it? I asked. No clue. But it was wedged deep between the studs. Looks like someone hid it there on purpose. I stared at it for a long time, heart pounding. I don't know why, but something told me it was from her. My fingers shook as I untied the ribbon and opened the lid. Inside were 12 letters. Each one sealed in an envelope, numbered 1 through 12. The first one was labeled simply, for when you're ready. I opened it. Hey babe. If you're reading this, it means I'm probably not there anymore. I hate that. I hate that we didn't get more time. But I didn't want to leave without saying the things I couldn't say out loud. You always hated surprises, but I needed to do this for you. 1 letter for each month after I'm gone. Read 1. Just 1. Each month. I had to sit down. Tears streamed down my face as I held the paper, her familiar handwriting soft but firm, like she was speaking directly to me from beyond the grave. She had written me 12 letters. 1 for each month after her death. She had planned this. In secret. While she was dying. Letter number 1 was full of her classic humor. She teased me about my cooking, or lack thereof, told me to stop microwaving frozen burritos, and begged me to throw away those ancient socks she hated. She also reminded me to water her plants and said, if the fern dies, I swear I'll haunt you. I laughed for the first time in months. Each letter was like a piece of her, preserved perfectly in ink and paper. Month two's letter included a photo of us from our honeymoon in Italy. She had written on the back, "Remember this day? You tripped on a pigeon." That photo stayed in my wallet ever since. By month 4, I started looking forward to each letter like a lifeline. They weren't just memories, they were little pushes forward. She encouraged me to take walks again, to go back to the bookstore, to try baking that banana bread recipe she loved. Letter number 6 was my favorite. She told me about a dream she'd had about us being old, sitting on a porch swing, arguing about crossword puzzles. She said she believed, in some way, that dreams still existed somewhere. That we'd meet again. Somehow. But it was letter number 7 that changed everything. "There's something I never told you. And I'm scared this will hurt. When we were trying for a baby and it wasn't happening, I didn't tell you that I was already diagnosed. I knew something was wrong. I didn't want to put you through more tests, more fear. I didn't want to cloud the time we had left. I wanted it to be full of life. I'm so sorry." I dropped the letter and just sobbed. All this time, I thought we were trying and failing to conceive. But she knew. She had already been given her death sentence. And she kept it to herself. To protect me. How do you process something like that? I stayed up all night rereading old texts, looking through photo albums, watching videos of us singing in the car. I thought I knew her better than anyone. But she had carried this pain silently, lovingly. By the time I reached letter number 12, I was a different man. Still broken, still grieving, but not drowning anymore. I could breathe, smile, even laugh. But letter number 12 didn't come alone. It came with a small silver key. "Greater than this is for the storage unit we never used. Go there when you're ready. You'll know why." I sat with that key in my hand for 3 days before I found the courage to go. The storage unit was small, tucked behind an old gas station we used to pass on the way to her parents' house. I opened it slowly, unsure what I'd find. Inside were boxes. Neatly labeled. Baby clothes. Children's books. Stuffed animals. Future. I fell to my knees. She had prepared for the life we never got to live. In the back was a single desk with a photo of us on it, and a flash drive. I took it home and plugged it in. There was only one video. Emily sat in our old garden, wrapped in a shawl, bald but smiling. "Hey babe. You found it. You always were curious. I just wanted you to know, I never feared dying. I only feared leaving you behind. But if you're here, it means you've started healing. And I'm so proud of you. Now, go live. Please. Love again. You have so much more to give. Don't waste it on missing me. I'll be with you. Always." I sat there, sobbing, holding the screen like it was her. That was a month ago. Today, I packed away the last of her clothes. Not to forget her, but to make space. Space for something new. I don't know what that is yet. Maybe it's love, maybe it's peace, maybe it's just silence that doesn't hurt anymore. But for the first time in 3 years, I believe there's still something waiting for me on the other side of grief. Thank you for reading, Reddit. If you're grieving someone too, take your time. And when you're ready, maybe write them a letter back. I did.